Your father ain't shit anymore. I'm your daddy.
So you people want to keep harassing me, keep trying to intimidate me, keep saying that, I'm going to get in trouble? These accusations of pedophilia.
But if that's what you want, that's what you get.
Okay, first and foremost, you're not being merciful to me. You're trying to get me to kill myself. And furthermore, what's even better is, the age of consent is much lower in Ecuador, too.
Fatty, make it happen, fatty, fatty, fat, fat. Full contact, preferably bare knuckle fight.
And do I consider a 16-year-old girl a chick? Yeah, why not?
JRC3 is really into little girls.
I do not think it's okay for grown men to be messaging children.
Taco, 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 taco. Ya, cha, 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 cha.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rocknar's LolCow Ranch. I am your host, Governor Rocknar, and I've kind of had to wait for that sweet little spot to kind of slide that episode in. And hey, Jeff Fader, let me get set up here because I didn't even have time to get thrown into my Discord yet. So let me get my Discord going. I gotta set up the screen for that to screen share. All right, so I am now in my Discord, and we're going to be watching the latest James Robert Clark videos first, and then we're going to go right into Mary. So, I got a bunch of Mary. So, first video, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination a pedophile. Well, James, explain away then your likes on Instagram photos of clearly underage women. Okay?
So, I want to be 100% clear here. This was a video I had hoped I wouldn't have to make, but Adonis Paul is still acting like a little bitch, like he always does. So, these accusations of pedophilia against me because I had liked a young lady's photo, okay? Number one, my account, now, on Daywave, they demonstrated that they had hacked my account and said that they had posted things on my Instagram account. I didn't use...
No, nobody hacked your account, Jimmy. That shit never happened, okay? That's one lie we're catching you in today.
Used to be very active on Instagram until I started getting harassed on Instagram by Daywave, okay? And by Daywave trolls.
No, that shit never happened either. You were never harassed on Instagram, okay?
And by Nightwave, and by other trolls, and by JJ Stoner. But the thing is, what you need to understand about my behavior on Instagram is this. Okay, a lot of times, somebody will follow me, and I'll follow them back. I might like a few photos. I don't put any thought into what I'm doing.
And there it is. He doesn't put any thought into what he's doing. Jimmy, what the... You know what? I'm going to back this shit up. Just enough. Because that was perfect what you just said.
Wave, and by other trolls, and by JJ Stoner. But the thing is, what you need to understand about my behavior on Instagram is this. Okay, a lot of times, somebody will follow me, and I'll follow them back. I might like a few photos. I don't put any thought into what I'm doing. I just like some random photos. I'm sure a lot of people do this. I used to do this on Twitter. Okay, I used to do this. Twitter and Instagram I see is pretty similar. So people might ask, well, why did you like a young girl's photo? Well, the thing is...
Why did you, Jimmy? Why? You clearly knew that they were underage. What the fuck were you thinking liking that photo?
Number one, I think that was a setup from a troll.
No, wasn't a setup. You know, what troll would, set up a real account with a real photo and then, post it on Instagram, and then some random pervert like you comes around and throws a like on that?
Okay, so somebody follows me, and I followed. I actually don't know if I did. Well, I really don't know if I followed them back or not. I don't remember anything. I don't remember liking the photo. I liked a photo. People follow me. Usually, I'll throw a couple quick likes their way. Okay, just to cheer them up or whatever. I don't care. It's whatever. It's nothing to me. Then the young Indian girl.
I just noticed something. Look at right here. You'll see it. See this little crack in the wall here? He's punched his wall. I can tell. That is clearly a knuckle from where, he's hit the wall so hard that, yeah, he's punched his wall. He's that angry about what's going on with Adonis Paul and Royce Lopez and Daywave.
Who clearly, which I've proven, is at least in her late teens. I actually hadn't liked any of her photos, but what happened is she clearly followed me, and then I followed her back. Now, a lot of times what happens is people will follow you, like a lot of these Instagram models or wannabe models or whatever. They'll follow you and then unfollow you to get noticed so that they have more followers, okay? I don't know if this young lady follows me or not. I didn't check. Um, However, I actually did go back and like a few of her photos after it was brought to my attention that I was following her. But the thing is, number one, I never said anything inappropriate to this girl. And I'll get into this in a bit. I never said anything inappropriate to this girl or any other girl that was under the age of 18 on the internet.
Doesn't matter, Jimmy. If you've watched To Catch a Predator, you don't have to have any kind of declared sexual intent at all. The moment that you've made contact with that underage girl, you have committed a crime. Stupid motherfucker.
I haven't. It just hasn't happened. And what's funny is what you will find out is not only have I not said anything inappropriate to any girl on the internet, I have never propositioned anyone under the age of 18 for anything since I've been 18 years old.
Oh, would you like me to show you the screenshots from Eliana? From the video that we just got? You know what? I tell you what. I'm going to come back to this. Good thing I paused it right here at the 3-minute mark of your first video, because I am going to launch this video. I love little girls, they make me. Okay, I gotta switch around a little bit. And I gotta probably pause it here and there. Hi, Alicia Militia. I'm sorry about all the screw-ups that we had the other night with the stream going up and down and up and down. So I am going to... Whoop, how did I get to that? I'm going to close that. Oh, wait a minute. Here. I'm going to open it from the desktop. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, but he does have a black belt in karate. Probably stole it off some kid. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to open here. And now I have to adjust the... There we go. I have to adjust the resolution a little bit for this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, then. Okay, so I'm going to move it this way. All right, that's probably as good as it's going to get here. Okay, so I'm going to read it out here. So this is what James Robert Clark sent to Eliana. Eliana M. Morales, 15 years old, Eliana. You know, the last time you posted 15-year-old Eliana, my reaction was shoulders to bust to waist to hips. Oh my. I stand by my weird and statement and would like to add that your face is kissably adorable. The best part is you look exactly the same and might listen to less rap music now. Anyway, hanging with you would be worth listening to rap music. Jimmy. Alright, so I'm going to turn the volume all the way off on this so I don't get any kind of strike on this. Set that to 0. Okay. Where's the next? There we go. Okay. Best part is you look exactly the same and might not listen and might listen to less rap music now. Anyway, hanging with you would be worth listening to rap music so long as I can skip the urban attire. Sorry, the above should state that I stand by my weird statement, not my weird and statement. This is a really wild messaging medium. Okay, this is where Jimmy goes into fix-it mode almost right off the fucking bat. He's trying to fix the mistakes from his earlier messages. I also want to say, cutie, I know you're really busy with family and school, and of course looking absolutely beautiful probably takes a little bit of time, which is why I like to occasionally remind you that every time you respond to me, I really do appreciate it, especially with how nutty I've been. You really are a sweetheart, and as I've said, your character is even sweeter than your aesthetics. You're a real-life dulce leche, but way, whatever. Way better, I think. Jimmy, what the fuck are you doing with these? There's another one I wanted to get to. Okay. Maybe a little bit over exaggerated, but this is how I envision the trip to the cafe ice cream parlor going if we ever were to meet. Truth be told, I'm a bit too neurotic for it to go smoothly if we meet at all, lol. What are you pretending you're fucking Woody Allen now, Jimmy? God damn it. And then response history. Lionel Hutz is me as an attorney. GI is me as myself, but 25 or so years older. Well, whatever lotion you use is working. You look exactly the same as when you were 15. Jimmy. There's not much to this left here. I think this will play out. Yeah, that played out. Okay, so there's another one here. And I'm going to go back to portrait mode here because I wanted to open. Back, and we're going to skip it all the way. Oop. I got to turn the volume up now while I do some work, and I'm going to move it back up to 253. Now start it good enough.
Propositioned anyone under the age of 18 for anything since I've been 18 years old. It hasn't happened. I've never propositioned anybody for any type of relationship or any kind of sex act or anything like that. When I was in the skinhead movement, I was approached by young ladies that I then turned down because I found out they were underage. And that's going back many, many years. You're talking 20 years ago. I haven't had...
That would have made you 18 by then, Jimmy. Okay, so you're 38 now. 20 years ago, logically, you're 18. They can't be that much younger than you, but they were young enough to where it was worrisome in your mind that being in a relationship with them might not be such a good idea. I got one more video I'm going to pull. All right, we're going to go back to you.
Any situation like that, obviously within, I don't know, the past 18 years or so, 19 years, maybe 17, 18, 19, 20 years, somewhere in there. I haven't associated with any active National Socialist group in person, so that problem has not presented itself. But again, I would turn them down, and I've been in relations with women older than me. There are women that have broken the law with me when I was like 15, 16, 17, 18 years old.
That's a hell of a fucking thing to admit, Jimmy. That is really a hell of a fucking thing to admit. That, you were touched inappropriately by an older woman when you were 15. That is really fucking disturbing, and it explains a whole lot about your psychology. Okay?
But the reverse has not happened. Now, furthermore, what you'll find is you're not going to find any of this unless you manufacture the evidence. I know my account has been hacked.
No, show us the evidence, Jimmy. If your account's been hacked, show us where you got a screenshot of an email from before today. Okay, we're not counting anything from before, let's say, a week ago. Okay, show us the email, a screenshot of the email that said you had to get your password changed because someone had logged into your account remotely. Then that would explain that your account was hacked and that you changed your password. Otherwise, your story is bullshit, man. That's another lie we've caught you in today.
Keep trying to change the password, blah, 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 blah. But I know for a fact my Instagram account has been hacked because it was demonstrated on Daywave Radio that it was hacked. My point is you're not going, and this is another thing I would like to point out real quickly. There are two young ladies that are my friends on Instagram, and both of them are Indian women in their 20s. Both of them look like they could be 13 or 14 years old. I know for a fact they're in their 20s. One is in their mid-20s and the other is in their early 20s. Okay? That what it is, another thing is a lot of these women in these countries that don't over-consume food as much as we do in the West.
That explains all those nutrition videos you were posting. You're setting up the groundwork for this elaborate cover that, you said, okay, well, I wasn't clicking like on anyone's videos, out of any kind of intent, I swear. And it's not because, they look young. They look young because they're malnourished. See, I post all these nutrition videos which back up my theory. Fucking liar.
They tend not to get morbidly obese or prematurely aged as much as women in the West do. Another thing I would like to point out, what's funny is a lot of people, like, for example, it's absurd that this is coming up, that I'm some kind of horrible pedophile because I liked a photo of some random girl on Instagram that I've never spoken to. That's not evidence of anything besides me liking a photo on Instagram. And then the idea that I've liked multiple photos on multiple women or multiple teenage girls' accounts or whatever. Yeah, I do that. If somebody follows me and I follow them back, I might like a few of their photos.
Because as you said, you do things without thinking about them.
So why did I get on Instagram in the first place? It was another medium where my former friend and I could communicate. In fact, Instagram is the medium in which she reached out to me because I was banned on Facebook at the time to tell me to read The Cosmic Race by Jose Vasconcelos.
You were banned on Facebook at the time. Gee, I wonder why you might have been banned on Facebook at the time. Hobo Chili Recipe has an excellent question. Does James have dip in his mouth or is he wearing a mouthpiece? I don't know. I don't think it's a mouthpiece. I don't think it's dip. I think he talks so much and he talks to himself so much that he will, bite little calluses into his tongue. Because I do that. It gets to where it's problematic for me to say certain words. So I try to, work around that by not talking a whole lot to, not aggravate that tongue callus on there. But I think he's got a tongue callus from where he's just been talking to himself a lot. So.
Okay. Why did I stay on Instagram after I stopped being friends with Miss Morales. Well, the reason why is because actually a good number, but not a lot. See, I had well over 2,000 friends that were scientists from all around the world. A good number of my friends on Facebook followed me over to Instagram, and I retained those friends.
Only because of the auto import settings, Jimmy. Only because Facebook, when you set up a new account from, transferring over to directly from Instagram, it asks, would you like to import your friends from Instagram who are on Facebook? That's it, Jimmy. They didn't choose to be part of your Facebook profile.
And that's why I've stayed on Instagram. Instagram is, to me, it's not a platform that I prefer because you have to post a photo to say anything, and I don't really prefer that type of a platform. Not to mention it operates on the same political correct nonsense as Facebook does. So you have to be extremely careful with what you post politically and socially speaking. And it's just not, Instagram is not a platform that I'm a big fan of. However, what you'll notice if you actually follow my account, the only women that I say anything remotely sexual to are women that are in their 30s, their 20s, 30s, and 40s. I'm not saying anything inappropriate to chicks that are, younger than 20 that I'm aware of. This is the whole thing. Somebody follows you, somebody says something to you. It's the internet. What are you going to do? Like a couple photos. I'm not saying anything to these chicks. Okay? I'm not doing it. And do I consider a 16-year-old girl a chick? Yeah, why not?
Jimmy, what the fuck did you just say? I'm gonna back that shit up.
Inappropriate to chicks that are, younger than 20 that I'm aware of. This is the whole thing. Somebody follows you, somebody says something to you. It's the internet. What are you going to do? Like a couple photos. I'm not saying anything to these chicks. Okay? I'm not doing it. And do I consider a 16-year-old girl a chick? Yeah, why not?
That's what I thought you said. Stupid asshole.
Why not? But I'm not asking the girl out. I'm not asking her on a dinner date.
No, it's called grooming, you idiot.
I'm not trying to mislead anybody into having some kind of inappropriate relationship with me. I'm not seeking an inappropriate relationship with any of these girls.
You're not seeking it at that moment. But you know what you're doing is planting that seed into their heads, into their young, prepubescent heads that, oh, this is an adult, and when I turn 18, I can be with this adult legally, and he'll want to be with me legally.
I'm not seeking anything. Most of these girls are following me, sometimes unfollowing me after they follow me. And
sometimes unfollowing you after they follow you, Jimmy? Let's back that up, too. Let's see. Back that up to about 8:06.
I'm not asking her on a dinner date. I'm not trying to mislead anybody into having some kind of inappropriate relationship with me. I'm not seeking an inappropriate relationship with any of these girls. I'm not seeking anything. Most of these girls are following me, sometimes unfollowing me after they follow me, and I'm just liking a few photos. Okay? Most of what I do on Instagram.
See, this is where I think you're only telling half of the truth here, Jimmy. Okay, yeah, you're liking the photos, but then you're also probably sending tons and tons and tons of creepy-ass messages to these Instagram users. Hey, this is a really hot photo. Hey, why don't you send me some more hot photos? Hey, where are you? Hey, why won't you message me back? Hey, 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 hey. Jimmy, see what you're doing? I caught you. I caught you in a lie by omission.
Is check to see how badly I'm getting trolled or if anybody's trying to catfish me. Okay? I don't really spend a lot of time on Instagram. It's not my platform of choice, especially now that I have a community tab on YouTube. I don't use Instagram very much.
Oh, that's right. You have a community tab on YouTube. let's take a look at that. I'm glad you reminded us of your community tab on YouTube here. Jimmy, let's make sure that, I don't expose the goddamn secrets of the business here. Okay, we're going to go to your community tab here in a sec. All right. There we go. Yeah. Hey, let's take a look at your community tab, shall we, bud? It has been 6 minutes since James Robert Clark III's last cope. Now people are following me on Instagram with accounts utilizing the photographs of underage children. The question I have is, why are they using photos of children, and do they have the permission of these children's parents, or is it ROTC LLC just practicing child exploitation to attempt to make it appear as though I'm a pedophile? There are creeps, and those creeps aren't me. They're Hatman, Adonis Paul, Royce Lopez, Mersch, and I'm very sad to say Eliana. Oh, damn. He's very sad to say, Eliana. You people are a bunch of freaks that are exploiting children for your own self-serving purposes, but the truth is that I'm not a pedophile, and you're just wasting your time. Yeah. Okay, so then 19 minutes ago, otters wrestling on bed and sleeping like babies. 25 minutes ago, he sent the Secret Service a post about Tulsi Gabbard. 31 minutes ago, he's stalking Angela's symposium again. 31 minutes ago, can't get over their racist anti-white meme. Cracker Barrel ordered to pay $9.4 million for serving customer kitchen cleaner. Okay, so I don't trust anything from Now This. So, James, you shouldn't trust anything from Now This either. 32 minutes ago, going off about Sean Baker. 55 minutes ago, blackwashing everything. James, who cares about that? All right. Slander Bob. Hey, bud, you just made his community tab. How your new friends talk about you, princess? You'd think by now they could spell your name properly. Slander Bob. Of course, I just realized it's the 19th and today is only the 18th. Ileana, well, just know that I'm nothing like James. I respect your relationship and I hope your cervix is healing up. I love you. Well, James, he's not talking to Eliana. He's talking to Ileana. Ileana Douglas, the actress, here. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, he's talking about Ileana Douglas. Okay, so there's Ileana. See, there she is. Okay, she was in Goodfellas, I think. Was she? Wait a minute. Television work. Oh yeah, film. Yeah, she's in Goodfellas as Rosie, so I think she's one of the mobster wives. Okay, so yeah, he's talking about Ileana Douglas. Okay, Jimmy? Okay, Watch to the Slaughter. I'm not saying that word on there. Like, share Dr. Baker, Dr. David Sinclair, David Hoffman, Jimmy. Okay, so you're going off on Gordon Ramsay now? Okay, Gordon Ramsay would, toss you back into the oven. And I'm talking about your mom's womb. And he'd toss you back into your mom's womb right now as she is. He would dig your mom up out of the ground, open up your mom's legs, toss you into the womb. It's like, there, toast that chicken back in till it's done. That's the best Gordon Ramsay imitation I could do. Okay, James, you're posting more of your fetish photos again. She looks kind of like Angelina Jolie. Okay. They call me a racist, but yet they're saying stuff like this. Giddy Guller. Okay, this is taken out of context. I mean, if she was going to keep me out of Argentina, by the way, I'm not banned from Argentina, nor will I ever be, because I haven't broken any laws that would result in me being banned. No, you've broken the laws in Pennsylvania that will result in you being banned. Okay, Jimmy? You've already sown the seeds of your own downfall. You sown them way back in 2007 with your prowling charges. You're never gonna be allowed in Argentina. Okay. Oh, and look, Jonathan Tiberius till the eighth. Eliana deserves an e-stalker with. Here, let's. Yeah. Eliana deserves an e-stalker with ambition. So I got a job at her favorite American institution as a crash test dummy. Turns out I can headbutt a concrete wall at over 200 miles per hour and still only lose consciousness for under an hour. Take that, science. And no, it's not her favorite for that reason. She loves math, you jerks. Jesus, get your mind out of the trenches of Verdun. Oh, James. Okay, so it has been 11 minutes since James Robert Clark's last cope. Okay. We have 16 viewers watching us right now, so hello to everyone, including James. I'm sure you're watching. Let's go back to full screen now. Continue this video.
Much. Not for anything in particular. And like, yeah, if a girl follows me and I follow her back, a lot of times it's for these girls to get more attention than they ordinarily would. And that's, I don't care. I'm not doing anything inappropriate or illegal or wrong. And you're not proving that I did. You're proving I liked a photo. Now, the thing is with that, assuming I even liked that and it wasn't somebody that had hacked my account, I don't know who that girl is. If you notice, I don't know if that's the daughter of the person with the account or the niece of the person with the account. All I know is that's a photo on their Instagram page. That's all I know. I like the photo. Okay? Like with the young Indian, like the girl that was from India that's a model. I think she actually is a model. But that young lady, maybe me liking those photos made her feel good and encouraged her to pursue what she wants to pursue.
Yeah, a life far, far away from you, James. That's what she wanted to pursue. That's probably why she blocked you right away.
I didn't say anything. I just liked a bunch of photos.
A bunch of photos. How much photos is a bunch, Jimmy? Was it over 100? Was it over 200? Was it over 500, Jimmy? I bet it was over 500 photos that you just liked all of a sudden and just fucking scared the shit out of her.
There's nothing wrong with liking somebody's photos. You people have your minds so twisted into thinking the worst of everything and promoting the worst of everything and promoting these scenarios that are absolutely ridiculous that this is what you think. Now, the thing with Leaf, okay, Adonis Paul's, what I call his lady boy, yeah, look, that all started because she started harassing me like crazy.
Yeah, because she's throwing out the knife emojis at you because you deserve the knife emojis, you shit.
Over something I didn't even do. And the thing is, with the whole situation between me and Miss Morales, that situation would have healed itself on its own if Miss Morales was open and honest with me.
You mean if Eliana had simply accepted you instead of rejecting you 7 years ago? Is that it? If this whole situation could have been avoided, all these streamers could have not made all of these videos about you if Eliana had accepted you 7 years ago. Bullshit, Jimmy. Calling you out on your bullshit.
And we're cool now. Me and Miss Morales are cool.
No. I'll define how cool you are, okay? Now, Dante in Dante's Inferno, hell is kind of like an inverted cone, okay? And there's 9 levels to hell, and it doesn't get warmer the farther down you get. It gets colder, ice cold. Lucifer is down at the 9th level, encased up to his waist in ice. He's trapped on the 9th level, okay? That's what hell is. Eliana has put you down into the 9th level of hell. You have replaced Lucifer in Dante's Inferno now. You will always be forever encased in ice up to your waist at the 9th level of hell, Jimmy.
We're cool. I'm not bothering her. She's not bothering me. She moved on with her life. I'm moving on with my life. Okay? That's ultimately all that had to happen, to be honest. She was as honest as circumstances permitted and as her memory served. And I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be ridiculous about anything. I considered her a very close friend of mine. Maybe she didn't feel the same way. I don't know. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, you people have inserted yourself into a situation and promoted these ideas, probably scared the hell out of my former friend.
No. You scared the hell out of Eliana. We helped her to, come to face her fears, okay? She isn't afraid of you anymore. She's out there doing her live stream. She's going to be doing one tomorrow. And, maybe CBDX should give Eliana her own code, because Lord knows she deserves it after the 7 years of hell that you've put her through. You know what? Visit CBDX.com, and if you use promo codes AP or ROTC or 44420 or Virgie, make sure you put the 2 Y's at the end on that. You'll get 20% off on your order. You'll also get a free gift and priority shipping on any order that's over $80. CBDX carries disposable vape cartridges, moon rocks, gummies, flour, and dabs. It is not the gas station CBD that you get in the gas stations. CBDX will get you lifted, okay? And Jimmy, despite your efforts to try to false flag CBDX with the FDA, that ain't gonna work, buddy, okay?
By putting these ideas in her head that just aren't true about me. And, if Leaf is going to attack me like she's a guy, like a male troll, if she's going to attack me like the other trolls do, I'm going to treat her like the other trolls do. And she's going to deal with it like the other trolls do. Okay? And Adonis Paul, who still challenged me to a karate match, and now goes, karate's for children, karate's for children, karate's for children.
There's more of that buttery note of repetition that Jimmy's known for.
Posted numerous full contact karate matches. It's not for children, Adonis. And the thing is, the whole internet knows you're a coward. You can lie about me being a pedophile all you want. It doesn't change the fact that...
No, he said he has a daughter roughly around the age that you crave. And if you ever came near his daughter, he would kill you. And he would be within legal rights to do it. Okay?
The whole internet knows you're a puss.
Hey, Jeff. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going okay. I had to find that weird little spot here to stream in so that I wasn't overlapping on Hatman or anybody else. So, and I had to get all the videos just right here. So, Jimmy,
comment that I find it hilarious. James calling people pussies after challenging them to fights, and then he backs out of them. Especially when he won't tell me when he wants to do this cage fight that he challenged me to before blocking me.
He's had all these opportunities to walk away, and he refuses to walk away. And now he's dug himself into this hole with his comments about, loving Lolitas, with his comments of no shame about that. He's dug himself so far into this hole, there's no other way out for him but to fight this way out. So, I'm thinking that he has to prove himself in the ring now so that, his comments can be automatically seen as him just talking shit to AP, and that he never really intended to do anything. But, the moment that AP were to get you into a ring, he will incapacitate you, if not kill you, Jimmy. So he'll put you in a wheelchair, Jimmy. You'll be exactly like Tonka Saw, except you'll actually have reason to be in the wheelchair.
That's right, Adonis. You're a puss. That's all you are. So because you are too much of a coward to...
You know what I'd love to see AP, turn Jimmy into is Captain Christopher Pike from the original Star Trek, where he's got like the radiation burns and he's in this kind of automatic wheelchair and he's got the yellow light and all he can do is just blink once for yes and twice for no. And then as soon as AP comes into the room, Jimmy's going to be blinking, blink, 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 blink.
I never watched that much Star Wars. I can't remember that character. I'm gonna have to Google him.
Yeah. There was because they had to get like a stunt actor to play Captain Pike in the wheelchair because the original actor didn't want to come back to the show for contract reasons or something, and then he died in like 1969. The original actor was Jeffrey Hunter, and he played Jesus Christ in the movie Greatest Story Ever Told, I think. So, yeah. All right, back to Jimmy, who is soon going to be blinking once for yes, twice for no.
You fight me in a fair karate match, and now you're trying to cover up the fact that you're a wimp by promoting this slander against me is absolutely insane.
That would be, you know what, if Taper can, if Taper hears this, I'd love to see Captain Pike in the wheelchair from the original series, but it's got Jimmy's scarred and burned, deformed face on it. So, if we can make this happen, and make it like a green screen so that all it is just Jimmy in Captain Pike's wheelchair. That way we can put him in like, on like green screen effects and stuff like that. But
I mean, you
Captain
don't
Pike in
really
the
have to do
wheelchair,
much to
but
make
with Jimmy's
James
burned,
look
deformed face
deformed.
to it. I think that'd be awesome. So,
And you know,
what was that? Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, you don't really have to do much to make James look deformed.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, you don't. And after AP gets done with him, yeah, he's going to look even more deformed. So,
you wouldn't have had to
Yeah,
worry
well,
about me saying the
motherfucker.
things I said about Leaf if you could control your woman, but you can't control your woman.
oh, are you accusing Adonis Paul of his woman being out of pocket? Is that what you just suggested, Jimmy? Oh, well, by all means, talk some more shit, Jimmy. Let's see if your ass is able to cash the checks that your mouth is writing.
Now, about the thing is, now people might go, oh, well, you know what, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not even going to get into that. It's just the ridiculousness of this situation is, it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. And Adonis, none of this crap would have happened if you, A, didn't threaten to rape me, and
Jimmy, are you still on about that? Because you really are mentally 13 if you honestly believe Adonis Paul would consider you that, lovable. Okay?
B, could control your woman and keep her
Oh, Alicia Militia, he just made a new video. Okay, so I'm going to play this out for the rest of the little bit here.
from mouthing off. Okay? But you can't. You can't control your mouth and you can't control your woman's mouth because you're a weak individual. That's what you are. You are a weak, pathetic individual. Can't control yourself, can't control your own mouth, can't you write checks your body can't cash. Writing checks your body can't cash. And then on top of that, you can't control your woman. I bet your woman controls you. That's what I think's going on there.
I think that AP's woman is controlling you because AP's woman got you to punch that wall behind you. Look at that. Look at that nice little indentation. Can you see that? That little indentation right, behind his left
You've got
ear.
hand size.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has punched his wall in pure fucking anger. So Jimmy
pure rage.
has indeed made a new video. So I am going to pull that really, really quickly. All right. The future direction of this channel. Oh, this is another one that, he's gone off about the future direction of. So, okay, so let Jimmy finish out. Now, I am going to, this one's 8:48. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. Just for a second here, I'm going to turn that off. So I've got to put the video in the folder. Put that in. We'll mark that as video number 3. All right, now go back. All right, and open the folder again. Yeah, I know we lost some viewers. I don't know. They're probably alternating between me and Mersh right now. Is Mersh on? I hate overlapping against Mersh and Nightwave, but okay, so we can skip that. We'll just go right to 2.
Hey, I hope this will be the last video I ever make you, and it probably will be, because even if
No, something tells me it probably won't be the last video you'll make.
you do, you know, speak badly about me on Adonis Paul's little whatever, I'm not gonna bash you or anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, we're cool. Okay? Now, the thing is, what I want you to understand, if you talk about my behavior with you online, I would highly appreciate it if you were honest. Okay? Be honest. You know, be fair. Okay? You know, they're going to say a lot of crap. You know, screenshots don't lie. Well, if screenshots don't lie, they don't lie on my side either.
Screenshots have a little thing, it's called weight. Okay? Jimmy, your screenshots where you're trying to say that you were in any kind of a relationship with Eliana have no weight to them. They have the weight of a piece of paper. Okay? Now, the screenshots that we have of you saying that you love Lolitas and that you're, a proud Lolita lover, that screenshot hits you like a fucking ton of bricks, Jimmy. That's the difference between your screenshots and our screenshots. Hey, ASDSS, how are you doing this evening? We live? Yeah, I guess we are. Okay, so he'll catch up. Yeah, I see ASDSS in the voice, but don't. Is there a way I can unmute him? No, he's muted, but he's muted on his end. Anyway, we'll hear from him in
Yeah,
a
I was
second.
going to say, I think he's muted because he's watching the video,
He might
as
be.
broadcast.
Yeah.
As you can see, I've posted a lot of screenshots that show
Oh, wait a
what
minute.
you truly felt years back. Okay?
Burp.
And
Forgot. I had to turn that on.
look,
Sorry.
that's all in the past.
Oh, no worries.
We can leave it in the past. And Adonis Paul's like, or else. What am I going to do to you? I'm not going to do anything to you. I've never wanted to hurt you in any way. They've put these thoughts in your head. The only thing I wanted with you was my friend back. And I realized that
The friend that you were able to manipulate all those years ago. The young, innocent Eliana that you were able to impress and groom. That's the Eliana that you want back, and that's the Eliana that's never, ever going to come back for you, Jimmy.
I can't have her back. And I realize you, for whatever reason, you choose to be someone you're not. And I can't help that. Okay? But that
Frog can't help that it's a frog, and a scorpion can't help that it's a scorpion. And the scorpion says to the frog, "That's my nature." As the frog and the scorpion both drowned in the river.
we can still
What the
be who.
Oh, hey,
what the
hey,
what's
ASDSS,
up?
how are you doing?
Good. Today's been a wonderful day.
I
It's been a
know.
great day. The
Yeah.
birds are singing. The sun is shining. James has been defined by exactly what we thought he was all these months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful day, Jeff Bader. It's a beautiful day, Vance.
It is.
But I'll say this. There's one thing that James was wrong about. You didn't manipulate her, James. You actually weren't the puppet master you thought you were.
Nope.
She was shit posting the fuck out of you, and you were her biggest fan because you're a ped. And she was able to take that and be able to get 10,000 followers to try to make a political career in Argentina while you sat alone in your apartment with no other friends, jacking off to a picture of a 15-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
And you never come back for that. And the fact that you even write a message in a bottle to no one about how you're jerking off to her picture, for it to be embodied like the Mona Lisa for the rest of your natural born life.
Oh, that reminds me.
It's
I
beautiful, James.
I did have the other
James,
video. Yeah, I want to take a
James,
look at that.
James.
Yeah.
You wanted to live forever, James. You're gonna.
Oh,
You're
yes.
gonna live forever as the biggest asshole on the planet Earth, the biggest creep fuck of all eternity. That's what you're gonna live forever as.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the legacy of the Clark name. This is what you've left. A 15-year-old creeper jacking off to a woman who's never responded to his messages in like 5 years. This is your legacy, James. This is your legacy. And it's fucking pathetic. I'm sorry. Go fuck yourself, James. I can't even anymore, dude. Go fuck yourself.
This
You
is
know?
this is the other one that Eliana posted of screenshots from James's video, or James's Facebook comments rather. Hebophilia. Okay, so James, we taught you a new word and you picked up on it right away. ASDS says you know that Kids in the Hall skit where the guy goes into the boss's office and the boss is like, there's complaints about you using language on the docs, and it's like, sir, I ascertained as soon as there was a problem, I immediately ascertained a solution. Yeah, you use the word ascertain 50 times in an hour. Sir, I ascertain. No, if you use ascertain again, I'm going to fire you.
James, the worst part is that I love the fact when you keep making these things like, I'm done. I'm finished. She's terrible. She's awful.
Yeah.
But when you really think about it, James, you're her bitch. You admit you're her bitch.
Yep.
You've always been her bitch. You're the bitch to a 15-year-old girl. Not a 26-year-old woman, because you still look at her as a 15-year-old girl. You're that sick. You're that obsessive compulsive. You're that deep in the hole with your fucked up fucking shit that you are the bitch to a 15-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
And that 15-year-old girl grew up to be a 26-year-old woman who doesn't give a flying fuck about what your creepy ass is doing anymore. She's out living her life with her fucking boyfriend, who is 10 times the man you'll ever be. And you're still going to be in that little apartment with your fucking chafed ass hand, all fucking scaly and shitty, from just beating your fucking tiny button sized cock to the same picture for the next 20 years. You know how fucking set that is, James. And the worst part is, this was just day one of the war chest of bullshit.
Yep.
And fucking creepy shit that you've said. There is so much more. I got a wonderful preview today. Thank you, Eliana, if you're listening. It was enlightening and interesting and hilarious and sad and fucking depressing and all kinds of things all at once, and creepy and scary and whatever. But man, James, let me tell you, you gave her 6 years of material, and she's about to give you 6 years of material back.
Mm-hmm.
The embarrassment and the hurt has just started, my friend.
Oh yeah.
It's just started.
You thought
And
that by her blocking you, that was deleting her comments, that you were, somehow off the hook for those. No way, my friend. No way.
Ames, you're like literally on every watch list known to man. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children,
Mm-hmm.
the FBI, CAS, all the grassroots people, the Chris Hansen motherfucking people. Like, you better not even sneeze in the direction of a fucking underage girl, man. I'll tell you that. And James, the one thing that I know you'll never fucking post is what I know you do. Because you know it's true, James. Because I've been studying you and researching you like you've been researching everything else in your life. Only I do it better. And the thing that I know you do, James, is you find some barely legal chick, and then you hope and pray that they have a public profile, and then you go in, you're like, she's 18, and then you just scroll backwards in the timeline, all the way back to the old pictures.
Yep.
To the place that you like the most. So you can say, but she's 18. But you're not looking at her now. You're not looking at her when she's 18 or 20 or 24.
Mm-hmm.
You're scrolling all the way back on Instagram. And you tell yourself it's okay because right now she's overage. Right now she's legal. But that's not what you're looking at.
That justifies it in his warped little brain. So
Yeah, because that's what a sick puppy is. But here's the thing, James. Because you're so arrogant, you're one of the most arrogant fucks I've ever seen. Your arrogance is going to be your downfall, James. Because I'm telling you right now, you've got fucking child porn on your phone that you don't even know is child porn.
yep. James, now's the time to walk away. Now is the time to walk away. The time to walk away was 2 weeks ago, and before that, 3 weeks ago, before that, a month ago, before that, 2 months ago, before that, 3 months ago, and before that, 7 years ago. That was the time to walk away, and you've just not known how to walk away. So, this video I've got up here is from Eliana. It's more screenshots of her. Um, Clearly, my whole YouTube channel and Facebook account was my way of communicating with you and letting you know you really made me feel good and inspired me quite a bit. I hope you know then. I hope you know that, and I hope that I didn't upset you. I've always given you the ability to say that you needed me to chill out. Admittedly, sometimes I let circumstances get the better of my intelligence, but I've really worked at being less public and only expressing the creepy stuff directly to you. James, what the fuck? No one that you say that to no chick ever, okay? Jesus. Next message you sent. I hope you know when I said I to your photos, I meant the ones with only you in them and also where you're of legal age. Though admittedly, 15-year-old Eliana is quite the little piece of jailbait. Smiley emoji. I just hope nothing I said was taken out of context. I know I'm a little too forward with stuff, and that's what happened. I'm sorry. Please know I really do mostly fantasize about snuggling you now. And I know we won't have sex, but I like you on other levels, and I don't need to have sex. Also, and I don't need to have sex. And then Jimmy goes into fix-it mode right away. You almost see the moment that he goes into fix-it mode. So,
So here's the funny thing, real quick, that I just want to say.
yeah.
To understand the context of one of the things that he says makes it even creepier. So, he says, how he says, I only jerked off to the photos with only you in them.
Mm-hmm. When she was of legal age, that is.
No.
Oh.
See, a lot of people miss the context of this. I know exactly what James is talking about. He's talking about the picture that he was using to pretend to be Eliana, which was a picture of her and her niece.
Oh, shit.
That he thought was her daughter.
Oh, is that the one on the Facebook from the Adonis Paul trailer?
So James, whatever you say, I just assume the opposite. So basically what you're saying is, yeah, I just jerked off to, your pictures, whether they're underage or not, and I may or may not have spanked my tiny little button-sized spider nest of a dick to a picture of you and your niece.
James, you're using oxygen without a license.
Yeah. That's the problem with James, is that everybody gets so riled up by the things he says. It's what James doesn't say that matters. I've been trying to tell people this a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not a James expert at all, but I've noticed that the more you say to James, he spends more time picking apart what you say than he does crafting his own defense, because your words are his defense. Like, he'll say, I'm not a ped. I'm not a ped. And it's like, because he knows he's not a ped in the sense of the traditional sense of a ped.
Right.
Because he's very focused on the word. He gets real narrow when it's about him. Like, you have to hit him dead to rights bullseye for him to shut the fuck up. So for weeks, when I'm saying, I don't think you're a ped, James, I think you're an pedophile, he wouldn't even mention that word. He would just quietly and quickly delete my comments because he didn't want anybody to latch onto that whole term.
He actually had one. He actually had one from, I think, and I'm going to put it up here if I can.
The thrill of victory.
Oh, look. He finally
Hobo Chili Recipe has tipped $3. Thank you. Thanks, I'm holding my Glock 17 in my hand with my eye on the door of my bedroom. I'm in a defensive posture just because the way James talks. Thanks for the nightmares. I'm sorry about that hope chili recipe, but thank you for the $3 donation there. There was one photo I wanted to see if I could bring up.
Yeah, Jeff, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying, it's not just things that he doesn't say, it's like the Freudian slips that he makes that a lot of people let slide. Like, they reveal a fair bit of truth about him as well.
You're right. There's times where he really does sell himself out and doesn't even realize it.
Desktop here. There it is. Okay. All right. So, yeah, he had a very interesting comment about you on this here. Let me pull this up because I had to say, wait a minute. Shoot. Actually, can you all see that? Let me just kind of. There we go. I never threatened her, not her personally, and not her career. Plus, I'm not a predator. I told her to remember that we used to be friends and to be fair and to think before she spoke. Clearly, I was asking for too much of her, and like I said, that was the last video I will ever make regarding her. No. That's far from the last video you'll ever make. I really do wish her a healthy, happy, and prosperous life. No, you don't. No, take that. Don't wish for anything, Jimmy, because your wishes aren't for shit. But she is clearly making very poor choices right now, and for all of the foreseeable future. It's sad to me because I actually did care about her. So that was your original comment about ASD from her. Worst part about James was when he made his video basically saying to Eliana, don't out me as a predator or I will try and ruin your career life. Sorry, James, but whatever beliefs were posted and employee posted back in the day would all pale in comparison to her heroic story of dealing with you. Like the girl said to the Goblin King in Labyrinth, you have no power over me. Keep dropping bombs on his head, Eliana. He deserves no protection. The only thing you owe him is everything he has, I think he clipped out that, so. But yeah, that was an interesting little comment that he had on that from that I screenshotted.
Oh, he loves to clip things out and do all kinds of other shit. But
But
doesn't matter. He needs to just have his creepy fucking scrapbook of the way he wants the story to go.
Yeah. Continuing from Eliana's video here, he sends her a YouTube link for my favorite math professor in the Americas. I'm thinking he's probably deleted that long ago or made it private.
And James, to say you've never threatened her, I've seen lots of proof to the contrary.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
you're still a fucking liar.
Yeah, Jimmy, while I've kept you distracted, ASDSS has been out here gathering information. So, I've been keeping you distracted all this time, and we've been doing a rope-a-dope on you, Jimmy. So, next comment he makes.
Let's put it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's put it this way, Jeff and Vince. If they can get to Mayo 4, they can probably get to JRC 312.
Yeah,
That's how much fucking shit this moron had been sending for years. Just like literally unanswered creepiness and like ridiculousness. Oh, and there's spicy pics too, James. There's spicy pics of you. Like you said, I've never sent any unsolicited photographs. Uh-oh. You're also a liar, James. Uh-oh. And they're pretty fucking sad.
Is it that small? Is it that small and teensy tiny? Oh my god.
If a bug bite got covered in a dust bunny.
Jesus. Okay, so his next comment was, I almost forgot I made this for you. You're still my favorite math teacher. Smiley emojis. Eliana, your little schoolgirl look is really cute, and I'd love to give you a hug and a kiss. I looked up the meaning of blue heart. Just know that I like that you're in my friend zone, and I really like you, sweetheart. Jimmy, that's not what friend zone means. Friend zone is like the Phantom Zone out of the 1978 Superman movie. You're basically trapped in this two-dimensional mirror, and you're just, flipping around eternity forever. That's what being in the friend zone is. Okay? Next comment. Someone named Eliana Morales is a lovely little senorita. Best wishes, sweetie. Okay, so I'm going to play some more here. I think he's got some more comments on this. James, you are just descending farther and farther. Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, so now go back to portrait mode and open up Jimmy folder again. And I think we were at one. Oops, I gotta turn the volume up again.
He's so mad right now. He can't even keep up with my comments. He's just trying to delete them as fast as he can. Like he just said, Mersh is a fat troll, and my comment was better than a wannabe child diddler.
Oh, Jesus.
he's like, Royce is a fat ass. I'm like, better than a wannabe child diddler. He's frozen Asian needs to lay off the Rangoons. I was like, better than a wannabe child diddler.
Yep.
To hurt you in any way, they've put these thoughts in your head. The only thing I wanted with you was my friend back. And I realize that I can't have her back. And I realize you for whatever reason, you choose to be someone you're not. And I can't help that. Okay? But that we can still be who we are separately and respect each other, not talking to each other, and apart from one another. It's not difficult, But if you do decide to speak on Adonis Paul's little live stream where he's going to bash me and make up crap about me, which I know you know is made up, and
Jimmy, he's not making up any crap about you. He's broadcasting your community tab. Okay? You are the one putting all this material out here, not Adonis Paul. He's not manipulating anything. All right, you're the one putting the material on your community tab. You're clicking upload to it. You're clicking send. Jimmy, nobody is making AP manipulate him into photoshops or anything like that.
fabricated. I want you to consider the fact, when I started on Facebook, I was very awkward online because I haven't been online except for emails and things like that. And literally all of my emails were prior to being on Facebook, professional. They were professional emails relating to work. At the time, my emails related to work were mental health related because I worked in a mental health clinic. But I want you to understand, regardless of what they say about me, I think that you know who I am, what I'm about. I think that if you really reflect, I was a little weird. Don't get me wrong. I know I was weird. If you remember, I kept asking you if I would you out. But I also have proof, like with the where I heart reacted all your.
He's got this weird audio issue I've noticed with his videos now, where something's going on. Huh. Anyway, taking a look, and it has been 2 minutes since his last cope. Go ahead, ASCSS.
If he describes this behavior as a little weird, I would love to see his definition of completely fucking insane.
There we go. Let's fuck with James. Okay, so get back to the portrait mode. There we go.
Photos. You enjoyed that. It made you feel good to know that somebody cared enough about you to do that. I'm not a monster. I don't know how they convinced you the stuff they convinced you of, but you know who I am.
There's that dark, creepy laugh again. Let me capture a screenshot here. Take snapshot. Because there's that dark, creepy laugh that he's got, and his eyes are closed because it's like he's trying to shut out the dark thoughts that are trying to race into his brain. What he really wants to do with Eliana the moment that he sees her. He's just trying to close all that out. He's like, he doesn't want to think about that. And he uses the laughter as his coping mechanism, as his way of trying to change the subject. It's like, okay, Jimmy, think of something funnier now. Kind of thing. Does that make sense? Wait a minute. Are we? Yeah, everybody's in the Discord. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right.
You know who I am. I have no idea how they convinced you of any of the stuff they convinced you of. You know who I am. You know how much I cared about you and how much I showed you I cared about you. And it's really wrong for you to treat me the way that you have. And I thought we were done with this, and I accepted, it wasn't an apology, but I accepted, okay, it's time for us to just leave this in the past.
It's time for you to walk away, Jimmy, but you won't. You won't. You won't walk away because you refuse to leave this in the past.
But if you're going to bring it into the present along with them, there's not really anything I'm going to do to you. I could post more screenshots that prove that you share the same view as I do, and an anthropological and biological and a medical outlook on certain people. But is that even going to do anything? No, because if you're going to continue to treat me poorly, despite the fact that I've gone out of my way to do the right thing the whole time, that's not going to do anything. You need to look inside yourself and see who you are and ask yourself, am I treating James the way that I would want to be treated or the way that he's treated me? And you'll find no.
Don't ever fucking apply the golden rule to yourself in this situation. Okay, James? You have not earned the right to use the golden rule. Okay? It's not about, how others are treating you. You have you have creeped Eliana out for 7 years, and you think that Eliana treating you badly as a result of that somehow gives you the right to treat her badly in return? Fuck you, Jimmy.
I've been nothing but caring and loving and kind. I've been a good friend to you despite all this.
No. Stop saying that you were her friend, Jimmy. Stop saying that you were her friend.
And I hope that you understand that, even though we're not friends anymore, even though
You never were friends, Jimmy. Quit saying that you were friends long ago. You never were friends. Okay?
we're not talking anymore, it might be advantageous to, I don't know, just stop. Okay? Just stop. You don't have to help them harass me. Okay? You're not obliged to help them harass me. And it would be in our best interest, I think, from a mental and emotional health standpoint, to just leave this alone.
Oh, are you threatening her mental and emotional health again, James? Because you've lost that ability. The moment that she went on Daywave, you lost that power over her, Jimmy.
And leave it in the
Yeah,
past.
James, whose mental health are you talking about now? Because for 7 years you didn't give a fuck about hers. Now all of a sudden you care about mental health. You
Mm-hmm.
care about mutual mental health. Come on, James.
Yeah,
You're a fucking coward of a human.
exactly.
You have the most kickable face I've ever seen.
Yeah, it just looks like uncooked dough for like a bread dough for like donuts or something like that, like a Philadelphia bakery. So
His
Now,
face is shaped like a shoe I want to put my foot in.
yeah,
if you do decide to go on, be honest. Be honest about the fun we used to have online.
you never had fun. Okay, the moment that you started messaging her, that's when she's like, this isn't right, this doesn't feel right. Then you started messaging her about Polynesian outfits. Then she really realized that this wasn't right. Jimmy, you're full of shit again.
How much we used.
James, you were a 30-year-old man that was like the fan, like the head fan of like a Facebook page or a celebrity. Like, you did worship her, James. You were her biggest fan. That's what you were. You weren't a friend. You were her biggest fan.
Yep.
And like all fans, you fell in love. And you never had a chance.
We
You
have
never had a chance. Your biggest fan, but you never had a chance.
get you.
You dumbass.
Got some people asking to join the Discord here, so I'm going to throw a link there. That's the link that'll just get you into the Discord LolCow chat. So it won't. You don't have to worry about it putting you directly into like the waiting room for voice or anything like that. So.
To enjoy talking to each other online, be honest about who we were online. And you can't go wrong if you're honest. However, if you're honest and omit certain things on purpose, that's not being honest.
Oh, she's not about to admit anything. She's dropping bombs on you, buddy. Big bombs.
Okay? I understand I was awkward with the way I talked to you, and a lot of my beliefs are very bizarre to the general public, but so are a lot of your beliefs. So let's try and be fair to one another. I've tried to be fair to you. I hope that you'll try to be fair to me, at least in the future. And I think that this would be best if we just left it in the past. Let them mess with me. Let them be who they are. But you should be who you are. And you used to be a caring, loving person. And at this point, being a caring, loving person is just letting everything alone and letting everything be the way it was. I thought we were cool. I'm cool with you. Okay? I'm cool with you. Even if you do go on there and say a bunch of ridiculous nonsense, I'm still cool with you. I never wanted to be uncool with you. I always considered you my best friend. And that's all, you know. So you take care, you have a good night, and think think
Notice he says take care and have a good night, and this video goes on for 2 more fucking minutes on that. Let's see, there was one photo I want to put up here. Wait a second. Image. Let's just add it as a new source. Cherub. Okay. Browse. Bring this up here. There we go. Ooh. Let's just put it right. Ooh, now get back down there. Put it right there. There we go. All right, so that's cherubism that I was told about in the Discord chat. And cherubism is a rare genetic disorder that causes prominence in the lower portion of the face. The name is derived from the temporary chubby-cheeked resemblance to putty, often confused with cherubs in Renaissance paintings. So, yeah, he's definitely got that weird kind of extended out chin going. Hang on a second. Alright, so I'm going to go back to his video here, which goes on for 2 minutes and 20 seconds after he says, "Good night, kiddo."
before you speak.
I see we lost ASTSS. He probably will come back here in a moment, so.
I'm just putting it out there. Don't say a bunch of crazy crap that you can't take back. Think before you speak. Understand that you know.
Was that a threat, Jimmy? When you're saying think before you speak? Was that another one of your little bullshit threats? I think it was.
I've been very kind to you. I've been a
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, James, will practice what he preaches, like thinking before he speaks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Or maybe even thinking before he swallows minors.
Mm-hmm. So, back to
very
this.
good friend to you. Yeah, I've lost my temper a few times here and there. And I'm going to get this out of the way because you seem to be scared. Like you said, you hope you get out of Argentina in March. You don't have to worry about me in March. I promise you. I'm not going to see you. I'm not going to see you. I'm not going to try and see you. I do know what town you live in unless you moved, but I won't come to that town.
Jimmy, That was the creepiest fucking thing that you just said. I know what town you live in. The fuck are you? The fuck are you doing, Jimmy?
Okay, or
He was
neighborhood.
definitely alluding to the threat there.
Yeah, that was definitely a threat level. I know what town you live in. I'll back that shit up just to make sure everybody hears this.
You can
And
try and look back and say that it was, but why else would he say, I know what town you live in?
Yeah, yeah.
that I've been very kind to you. I've been a very good friend to you.
You see, he's using this. He's laying the groundwork. I've been very kind to you. I've been a friend to you. He's laying the groundwork. Is this? If you do all these things to me, I'm not going to be very kind to you anymore. I'm not going to be a friend to you anymore, and I'm going to be, very angry towards you. That's exactly what you're doing, Jimmy.
Yeah, I've lost my temper a few times here and there.
A few times here and there, Jimmy. How about all the time, Jimmy? We catch you losing your temper all the time. You're going to lose your temper about this video that I'm making tonight. Guarantee it. You're going to be flipping your shit right now. Your community tab is going to be going off for the next 12 hours straight. Adonis Paul is going to have a field day on his birthday going through your community tab. So,
26 seconds ago.
oh, it's been 26 seconds since the new James Robert Clark Cope.
Yep.
James. Consistently inconsistent.
And I'm going to get this out of the way because you seem to be scared. Like you said, you hope you get out of Argentina in March. You don't have to worry about me in March. I promise you. I'm not going to see you. I'm not going to see you. I'm not going to try and see you. I do know what town you live in unless you moved, but I won't come to that town, okay, or neighborhood, or I don't know how Buenos Aires is really partitioned up. But I'm not going to bother you in any way. One of the reasons I wanted you to know where I was staying was due to the fact that I wanted to give you the ability to not go to that part of town, which is a good distance away from where you live. I'm talking like really like an hour away.
An hour away. So, 60 kilometers maximum is what I'm thinking. So you're right in the neighborhood, Jimmy. You're within striking distance, is what you're saying. So an hour away. Your subconscious is giving you away again, Jimmy. Hate to say it.
Very much for what he was saying in his other videos about being on the other side of the country so that he wasn't even close.
Yeah. Yeah, his geometry or his geography is a little bit off on that. So maybe you should have studied math instead of studying the math teacher there, bud. Hate to tell you that.
And I was trying to be as nice as possible and make sure we didn't accidentally bump into each other. I have no, as I've said.
No, you had your route planned so that you would be an hour away from her so that you could slip in about an hour, strike, snatch Eliana, and then be out in an hour, and then neither of you are ever seen again. Okay? That was your plan, Jimmy. I know it. You were an hour away from carrying this out, but we stopped you, Jimmy.
Said for years, I have no desire to see you if you don't want to see me. It's just the way it is. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. I never did. And I'm sorry about the way things turned out on here. So take care, have a good night, and I don't know, just remember who I was when you knew me. Try to remember who I was.
Who you was? You always have been a creepy fucking pervert, Jimmy. Okay? You go on for 48 more seconds on this. Goddamn. Tomato pie. Yeah, I saw that on his community tab. So.
I'm not who they tried to make you think I was and who they're still trying to make people think I am. You know who I am. Okay, over and out. I'm pretty sure this will be the last video I make you. Take care of yourself. Honestly, I still do care about you. And that's why I'm making this video, so that you understand I do care about you. And I'm not going to put you in any weird situations when I come down to Argentina. And you have nothing to fear from me. I'm not going to see you. You don't want to see me. You've been adamant of that regarding that. So, like, the way I consider it, we're cool. We're not friends. You don't want to be my friend. We're not friends, but we're cool. We don't have to cause problems for one another. Okay? So, take care of yourself.
Jesus, he went on forever. Okay, so this is the latest video that Jimmy's made, unless he's made more. I don't think he has. Let me take a quick look behind the scenes here. I don't think he's made any new videos.
Like the direction of the channel.
Yeah, future direction of the channel appears to be we're catching up with all of Jimmy's videos here. So he looks rough. He looks like he hasn't gotten any sleep again. He looks like his face is, the unbaked bread dough kind of thing. So let's hear what you got to say, Jimmy.
So earlier today, I went out to a pizzeria and I got some tomato pie, as was shown in my community tab. I wanted to basically state where the future of this channel will be going. I will continue. Right now, I'm focusing on my book reviews, particularly my review of the Satanic Bible's 50th anniversary by Dr. Michael Aquino, PhD.
Yeah, where are the rest of those videos, Jimmy? You promised us those videos. Where are the rest of those videos? You're letting yourself get distracted by our react videos. You want the best advice, Jimmy? Stop making these crazy videos about your former friend. Stop making all these crazy videos about you defending your Instagram likes, all that shit. Just make your videos about, your review of the Satanic Bible or whatever the fuck. All right? Just go on with your review videos as though we don't even fucking exist, because in your mind, we don't exist anyway.
I have, of course, bought numerous books. I had planned on doing many, 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 many book reviews. I still haven't finished my review of Arianity because I'm trying to be as respectful as possible to the person that wanted me to review that. And frankly, I've moved on to other projects, but I haven't completely forgot about it. So my channel will be going back to mostly book reviews, and I still have to get through all my supplements. I take quite a few supplements. I take over 50 different substances every day.
Over 50 different substances every day. Jesus. Okay, so if he's talking about supplements, what do you think he's taking? Like St. John's wort or coral calcium or any kind of multivitamins or anything like that, or iron supplements in terms of like...
I don't believe him.
Hmm.
Like, I believe that he is taking supplements. I don't believe that he's taking over 50 different kinds.
Yeah, no, unless he's counting like the 50 different ingredients that are in like a multivitamin or something like that. I don't think that he's taking like
That might
50
be-
different kinds of pills. So calling
Either
both.
that or he's on about eating 50 different Skittles from one bag.
Yeah.
So essentially, that's what'll be going on. Now, some books, obviously, that I've purchased, I won't be reviewing. I did start a BitChute channel a while back to do those reviews, and honestly, I don't like the way BitChute is laid out and how to use BitChute. But honestly, Dr. Duke's book, My Awakening by Dr. Duke, I'm not doing a review of that. That's not going to bode well for me on this platform.
Hey, you're starting to learn there, Jimmy. How about that? You put it in your head that maybe reviewing a book by David Duke isn't such a smart thing to do on YouTube. Proud of you, Jimmy. You're starting to use your brain.
Maybe I can find a way to do it. It's just he's one of those verboten people on YouTube.
Then go on Odyssey, you dipshit. That's what I'm going to do, because I've got that one video from part 2 of the 3-part, which I can't upload to YouTube because of... You can't play Soulful Strut Instrumental at 150%, I found. Because it triggers a content ID, alert. And, you have to... It doesn't understand transformative art or anything like that. How does Virgie get away with that on his thing where he's playing it at 75%? Is it because he's playing it at 75?
Because it's covers or because it's played at 75%. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. I'll have to do like a test
But
episode.
definitely play covers, but you'd probably have to set up a private stream and then test it and see what flags. If it doesn't.
Yeah, if I throw up a test episode, you'll know because I'll have like a NTSC color bars on that, like I did for make it look like a television station, and I'll usually put up in the thing that it's a test episode or something like that. So I've done it
Yeah.
before on my Star Trek. So when I'm like testing new
No,
things,
Yeah, they don't like
yeah,
him.
right.
He's a dangerous.
Like what James just did a minute ago, where he was trying to use German and pronouncing it incorrectly. That was so fucking cringy.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to learn German, and I don't fucking speak it online, not unless I'm actually talking to someone that speaks German.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking hell, James. Do yourself a favour and don't even bother.
Don't pretend to speak German if you don't know how to speak German, okay? Because a lot of German comes from the throat and the lungs, okay? And you're out here mispronouncing Verboten like a fucking imbecile, Jimmy. Jesus.
Verboten.
Yeah. He would not fit in well in one of those Oktoberfest restaurants, I tell you what.
He really wouldn't.
Yeah.
Individual, they claim, and blah blah blah. So I have to be careful with how I would review that book, but maybe I'll review it. It's an excellent book.
Just go on Odyssey. All right, just go on fucking Odyssey. Start your own channel on Odyssey. I guarantee you'll actually pick up some viewers there. Okay.
I'm about halfway through it. I started reading it I think yesterday.
Starving Autist has it in the chat. Do a Turner Diaries review, Jimmy.
It's a decent book. Dr. Duke is obviously at the forefront, or was at the forefront of that.
He's at the forefront of being an asshole, Jimmy. That's what he's at the forefront of being. When he was on like Jenny Jones back in like the late 80s, just being a proud racist, he was being an asshole, Jimmy. He's never been anything other than an asshole.
My opinion of Dr. Duke. I used to follow him on Twitter. He used to follow me on Twitter.
Oh, well, he probably followed you on Twitter because, hey, you're someone that he can pimp out his book to, okay? What a fucking idiot, Jimmy. Not everybody who follows you on Twitter is going to, be your friend. You got to get that idea out of your head that, when you get a friend request from somebody on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, they are not asking to be your friend in real life. Okay, Jimmy?
Honestly, I think he's losing it. He has embraced the carnivore diet for some reason, and he
Back to nutrition again. It's always about nutrition with Jimmy for some bizarre reason. And his brain health is such that where it sounds like he's not taking in the right nutrients because his brain health wouldn't be doing all this crazy, stupid shit all the time.
does seem to be ever growing more senile. Like, for example, he was supporting oh, tropical Trump, Bolsonaro, Jair Bolsonaro from Brazil, because Bolsonaro is, of course, was an integralist or whatever. It's like a Brazilian fascist. But the problem is that he's also like really tight with Netanyahu. So it was like really cringe because you would have Bolsonaro's sons wearing pro-Israeli T-shirts and stuff, and it was just really cringe because Duke was supporting him. And I mean, I'm not necessarily against. Well, the thing is, with Bolsonaro, Bolsonaro has become a train wreck for Brazil, but other than that, whatever. Anyway, that's that. This channel's going back primarily to book reviews and my supplements because I haven't banged out those playlists yet. I really want to add more meat to those playlists.
He hasn't banged out those playlists. He wants to add more meat to those playlists. Did you hear that, Jeff?
More like he wants to fucking drown the shit in his community tab and try and just use those videos in order to try to get people to forget about the fact that he's a pedo.
Yep. You're a stupid nonce, Jimmy. You're a stupid nonce. Yeah, so. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to get back to the video here.
I won't be making any more videos about that special someone because it's a waste of my breath. They're somewhere else. So there won't be any more videos about that person. And that's all for this video.
Something tells me, oh, that's perfect. I gotta get the screenshot of this too. Okay, take snapshot. Look at this dumbass fucking look on his face. He's just putting that chin out there. He's like, yeah, that's perfect. Jimmy, just keep that chin out there just like that so that Adonis can just pop his fist right into it. Okay, Jimmy? That's perfect. That's beautiful, Jimmy. All right, so we are going to go into Adrastia now. And she has left us a bunch of videos. First one is called Ringfire. So
Love
All
is
right.
about.
and we are skipping Ringfire right off the fucking bat.
Okay, so
Next is called Sharp. You better not be singing in this one, Mary.
I had
I'm just going to hop
intended
out.
Okay, yeah,
I
no
might
problem.
come back in a little bit.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah. Okay, so
to play some more Zelda tonight and at least get through the first level that I was, where I was stuck, which really wouldn't have taken a long time. But I started watching a series called Sharp Objects, and it only has 8 episodes, and I'm into it. So I'm just gonna finish watching the series. I'm on episode 3 now. If you look it up, I highly suggest it. It's good.
I highly suggest watching the Adonis Paul Mayo documentary series. All 3 parts, which I've left in the description of this video. Be sure to watch Mayo 1, 2, and 3 because all 3 parts will explain the life of Adrastia, aka Mary Barone, in accurate and startling detail. And visit cbdx.com and use promo codes AP or ROTC or 44420 or Virgie with 2 Ys. You get 20% off on your order. You also get a free gift and priority shipping on any order that's over $80. cbdx.com carries disposable vape cartridges, moon rocks, gummies, flour, and dabs. It is not the CBD that you get in the gas station. This is the CBD that gets you lifted. cbdx.com is pretty close to giving me a promo code, I'm thinking. So I've asked them for one of 2 promo codes. One of them's going to be either Rocknar or the other one's going to be Ugly Ass Dude with the Ranch.
It's hard to keep my attention for very long, but I feel very connected with this show.
Oh, I feel that you're very connected with my show now, Mary.
I don't want to give too much away, but
Mary, you're exposing the goddamn business.
the main protagonist has a similar problem to me, where she self-harms.
Oh. Are you talking about yourself but in second person again, Mary?
And so there are a lot of things that have been just kind of like hitting me, like the sister at one point talking about the mother says that she feels like she's just a doll, just somebody for the mother to dress up and show off. I felt that way so many times with my grandmother. So many times. I used to have nightmares that one day she was going to dress me up and stand me up in the doll cabinet and just have people come in and take a look at me. So I fully understand. And the mother is so just like dominating and controlling, and that whole, anything you do comes back on me, so everything you do has to be perfect or you're bringing shame to us all. You, God, it's so close to what I've dealt with and things that I've heard and felt that it really roped me in. I highly suggest it. It's called Sharp Objects.
Next video. If you truly didn't care, you wouldn't be so persistent. Mary, you're failing your job as a video producer again because you're failing with the lighting in the background. And you probably failed with the audio too, but thankfully I got that turned all the way up.
No one cares.
Yep, you failed with the audio again. God damn it.
Get a job. No one cares. Get a job. If you truly didn't care, It would not matter to you whether or not I had a job.
You already have a job, Mary. We've established that you are a video producer. You set up the Steadicam, you set up your background, you set up the curtain behind you, you set up the script in your head that you read. You are a video producer. You're not a very good one, but you're a video producer, Mary.
If you truly didn't care, you would not be watching my videos, and your opinion would not even be being heard.
My opinion's being heard to about 13 people right now live stream. That's okay. And it's going to get out. Pretty soon I'll have like 150, 160, maybe even 170 views on this video by tomorrow night. 170. I'll screenshot it and we'll see.
You care enough to watch my videos, meaning when you post that nobody cares, you are lying because you personally care enough to stay subscribed and watch my videos and comment.
You sounded like a fucking Hallmark ad there, Mary. God damn it. Okay, so you fixed your lighting issue here, Mary, and you really need to go see a dermatologist, Mary, because you got some skin issues that need to get biopsied. Okay? Next video is called Connection. Mary, you need to rename your videos better so that you can actually get tagged in the algorithm. All right?
So, I told y'all that I was feeling very connected with this show that I'm watching, Sharp Objects. And holy shit, the end of episode 5 fucking hit me. So, essentially, our protagonist tells her mother that she doesn't worry about men seeing her scars because she doesn't get close enough for that. And the mother says, "That's your father. You've always been that way, and it's why I never loved you." As someone who feels very difficult connecting and feeling close to other human beings, the idea that your own family would judge you for that is very real. Like, it's very, very real.
It's very real because you're out here putting all these videos spouting all these lies, which your family is forced to defend against. Okay, Mary? Calling bullshit on this.
The idea, like for me, the idea that my family hates me because I don't know how to be like them, I don't know how to connect, that sounds crazy. But it happens. And the fact that it's being portrayed in this show is just like, you know, at my father's funeral, actually, my mother told me that she never connected with me because I didn't do drugs with her.
X'd it out. X'd it out. That is bullshit. X'd it out that shit ever happened. Okay, Mary? Mary, a mother never says that to her daughter, especially on the day of their father's funeral. Okay? Never happened.
The way that my sisters did. It's a special feeling when your mother tells you that she never felt connected to you or never loved you, and makes it feel like it is entirely your fault, right? For Camille, it was her fault for not being able to feel the bond and feel the closeness like normal people or other people would. And the mother wasn't going to go to any
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Starving Autist has tipped $3. Thanks for giving us the highlights. Thank you, Starving Autist, for your $3 donation on this. Every donation goes to help Bobcat most of all, because he's one of the real stars of this show, and Bobcat's most appreciative of any tips that everybody gives. So thank you, Starving Autist.
Extra lengths to try to create that bond. And for me, I wasn't enough like my family. I didn't do drugs with my mother. I wasn't enough like my aunt. I wasn't enough like any of them for
I'm going to pause it here for just a moment here, Mary. Okay. Um, my father was anti-marijuana for a lot of his life. And I say the word was because up until about 6 months before he passed away, he was he was on his toilet. He was having these kind of tremors. He was shaking. He couldn't control, his body from shaking on that. And I said to him, "Okay, we'll try something here. I'll pack a little bit of it here into this brass pipe. You take tiny little sip tokes, okay? Tiny little sip tokes, and because my father had brain surgery, like almost 40 years before that, and so I was worried about the fact that he might have like a seizure from being high on pot. So he takes these little sip tokes, and immediately the tremors start to go away, and he starts to feel calmer. He starts to feel better, and then the next day he was back to his normal active, for him, self. He was doing all kinds of work. His appetite had picked up again, and then a few days later he comes at me. He says, "Hey Randy, you got any more of that green?" I'm like, God damn it, now I gotta go find it. Mary, all right, so when my father did pass away, I actually buried him with him the little brass pipe that he had been using, that he was taking the sip tokes on. It had these nice little 1960s kind of style, like star patterns like you'd see in a bowling alley along the side of it. It was really a cool brass pipe. And I packed a little tiny little package of bud for him to take to the afterlife. So,
them to connect with me, and they weren't going to go to any extra length.
I even packaged with him one of his phenobarbital pills just in case he has a seizure from how good the weed's going to be where he's going. So,
To attempt to connect with me.
yeah, starving autist. Yeah, when my dad did that complete 180 about smoking marijuana, it was like to him he understood completely that it wasn't what the media had made it out to be. So, yeah, I'm glad. And if my dad were alive today, he'd have probably moved out to Colorado with me to be with the legal weed. He'd have been able to get a medical card on that easily. So,
I don't know. This show just got me thinking and wanting to say things. I've also just finished off my vodka, so that might be why I'm thinking more.
next video is called Rained Out. So she's wearing her $3 dress that she bought with the money that we gave her to buy weed and booze with. Grifter.
I had intended to go and do some recycling today. And then I woke up at like 7 a.m. and it was pouring rain. So the recycling centers are going to be closed probably until tomorrow. If anybody wants to help me get through today, I need $8 to get a gram of weed for the night.
No. Dabs would do you better because you could actually make a gram of dabs last much better, and a gram of dabs would be like what, 16, maybe $20 tops? Mary, you're smoking your life away on flour. And you think that CBDX is going to give you any kind of promo code or any kind of samples after what you've done to AP and trying to take away his livelihood?
Anything helps. PayPal me /Shadrasdia.
CBDX should probably give you one sample. one. Probably like, like a night wave strain or a day wave strain or one of each just to kind of mess with your head because you get an indica and a sativa on that. But, just to kind of remind you of who brought you to your fame and your popularity like you did.
No, I know a lot of people get upset whenever anybody donates to me, and I'm sorry. I'm not trying to upset anybody, but it is what it is. I'm in a situation where if I need something, I ask for it, and I'm sorry that that upsets people.
Why don't you do DoorDash then? Or why don't you do Grubhub? Or why don't you do grocery delivery? It's raining. Today would be the perfect day to do those things. You know what? You just carry an umbrella and your DoorDash bag, and you go pick up the groceries, and then you go deliver it to the customers, and they'll tip you. They'll tip you a little bit extra because of the effort that you went through to get them their food in the middle of a rainstorm. I used to make all kinds of great money delivering pizzas in the rain because everybody, they feel so guilty for calling you out in the middle of a rainstorm. And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but we just didn't feel like going out for dinner." And I say, "That's okay, that's okay." It's like, "Here's your pizza." And the pizza's nice and warm and dry because it's kept in that nice little bag. I love those bags, by the way. Those bags are awesome. And then you hand them a hot, fresh, dry pizza, and then they tip you like $5, $6. And it's like, "Oh, I would tip you a little bit more, but and it's like, "No, no, no, you've tipped me enough. Believe me, you tipped me enough on that." And that was 1990s tips. They would be tipping me like $5, $6 for, delivering pizzas out in the rain. Mary, you're a fucking idiot. You have no sense of lobes. You would be a horrible Ferengi. You would be thrown off the Tower of Commerce.
You don't have to donate to me, but it would be nice. It would be helpful. PayPal me /Udrastia.
Next video is called I Do Not Know or Associate with James. We all know the James that she's talking about. She's talking about James Charles.
I don't know exactly what's happening. People keep telling me that James Clark is a pedophile and that he's stalking.
Well, she actually said James Charles in one of her later videos, but she was really, really drunk on rum that night, so.
12-year-old girls. I don't know James Clark. Genuinely, I do not know the man. So I do not know what any of you want me to do. You want me to say that I'm not his friend, okay? I'm not really any of your friends. I mean, in my heart, I feel like I don't have any friends. So, it's easy for me to say, yeah, he's not my friend. I don't know him. I don't know him any more than I know the rest of you. I'm not on anybody's side here. I am not his friend. I am not his supporter. I do not know him. I do not know what he is up to. I have absolutely nothing to do with James Clark or whatever it is that he is doing on YouTube or off YouTube, because I do not know the man. I do not speak to him. Like, I don't I don't know what else to say. I have to make it even more clear, I guess. I do not support pedophilia. I do not think it's okay for grown men to be messaging children. That's not okay. If that's what's happening, I do not approve of that. I don't know what the situation is. I have no way of knowing because I don't communicate with James Clark. Aside from the fact that he comments on my videos and shares my videos, he is a supporter of me. I'm not a supporter of him.
You heard it, James. She does not support you, okay? Quit supporting Mary. I told you, I've put that in the comments. Warning, do not go to Adrastia's channel. Do not feed this LolCow.
I don't know him to be a supporter of him.
James.
I'm not accountable for what my...
Wait, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Here, let me go back. Open folder. Did she do something for this here? Alright, so.
Okay. No. to make it even more clear, I guess, I do not support pedophilia.
Yeah, I'll just play
I
this
do
again.
not think it's okay for grown men to be messaging children. That's not okay. If that's what's happening, I do not approve of that. I don't know what the situation is. I have no way of knowing because I don't communicate with James Clark. Aside from the fact that he comments on my videos and shares my videos, he is a supporter of me. I'm not a supporter of him. I don't know him to be a supporter of him. I'm not accountable for what my
Okay, so she freeze framed it.
viewers
Okay,
do.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I didn't know what the hell happened there with the video, but she must have done some kind of still shot or something for the title card.
you guys claim that you're not accountable for what your viewers do when they are attacking me and harassing me for the lies that you tell about me. And then
We've not told any lies about you, Mary. Everything that we've said has come from Aunt Kathy, has been the gospel truth. Okay, Mary?
you're going to come and tell me that I'm responsible for what one of my supporters is doing when I have absolutely no idea what's happening. Obviously, I don't approve of stalking or harassing teenagers.
She did it again.
I do not know what the situation is, but no, I do not approve of messaging children. If you're an adult, that's not okay.
Next video is changes.
So I've seen a couple of people commenting that my tone of voice that I've been using recently is in itself manipulative.
Yeah. Your tone of voice is exactly what's manipulative.
And I shouldn't have to explain it, but I feel like I do.
You don't have to explain it at all. We know it's part of your grift.
The past couple of months, I have been having a little bit of trouble catching my breath.
Letting it go. Turning your cheek for the sake of the show. Is that what you're about to say? Jesus Christ, I hope you don't catch a copyright strike on my channel for this.
When I exercise, which I just finished doing, I get out of breath very quickly and have to rest. I think that it's because I have been sleeping a lot more recently. And when you sleep a lot, when you're laying down or sitting still for long periods of time, your heart and lungs start having a little bit of trouble regulating normally. I don't have COVID. I have been tested. It's always come back negative. I think this is just because of the vast depression that I fell into around December, and I am trying to pull myself out of it, forcing myself to exercise a little bit more. Honestly, the buses have started charging fares again, and that's caused me to walk a lot more, which is better for my health. But I'm still I still get out of breath very, very easily. So I don't know if it's a diaphragm problem. See, I had a boyfriend a long time ago who had lupus, and his diaphragm collapsed, and he wasn't able to speak above a whisper because his diaphragm didn't inflate. And so I wonder sometimes if it's my diaphragm that's the problem, because I can't sing the way that I was able to before either. But yeah, I wanted to clear that up because it's a rumor that's going around about me, and I tend to go crazy about the rumors that are flying around about me, and I feel like I have to address them even if they don't seem like they really matter.
Next video is called I'm Crazy, but Y'all Are Straight Messed Up.
Another thing I've been wanting to mention. A lot of y'all say, well, so you admit you're schizophrenic and a lot of these things are just in your head. And I do acknowledge that. But that doesn't write off all of the things that you have actually done.
I've done nothing, Mary, okay? I've done nothing. I was not the one who called the missionaries from Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saint over to your apartment. That was more than likely you in a dissociative state doing that, because you yourself have said in your own videos you do things and you don't remember doing them. That's called a dissociative state, Mary.
Things in my head I can't explain. But I can explain and show physical proof of the comments that are telling me to play Russian roulette.
No one's telling you to play Russian roulette. Cut that shit out right now, Mary, okay? I am not letting you, gaslight me into telling us, that we're talking into committing suicide. Fuck you, you're not doing that on my channel, okay?
Telling me that I don't matter, that nobody cares about me, that my own family would be happier if I was gone.
If your whole family would be happier if you were gone, then why did Aunt Kathy show up on my channel telling me all of the stuff that happened in your life that you were claiming never happened? Okay? Why would we be telling the truth about you when, we're saying we're out to hurt you?
Physical proof of these messages that I know are coming from real life people. So you can't chalk all of my feelings up to the voices in my head, because y'all are actually saying these things to me every day. And you don't want to accept, you don't want to take responsibility for saying these things, but I can prove it. Even if you delete the comment, I get an email for nearly every comment that's made. And that gives me physical proof to tell me that it is not all in my head. And personally, I think it's kind of fucked up that y'all would figure out that I am actually mentally unwell and then try to convince me that all of the torture that you've put me through for the last year was just in my head. And if I didn't have the physical proof in the comments and the videos that you've made, you would be able to convince me of that. That's the most fucked up thing about it.
Next video is called Support. Mary, learn to name your videos better, please.
While we're talking about things, so they wanted me so bad to disavow James as being my friend and being a supporter and all. He's never been my friend. We've never talked outside of YouTube. We've never talked on YouTube. He shares my videos sometimes. That's about the extent of our relationship. But while I don't support him, because I don't know what's going on with him, I also don't support Daywave Radio, Adonis Paul, JJ Stoner, Virgie G, Aunt Kathy Storytime, that ugly ass motherfucker that does the ranch show. I don't support or approve of any of these men. And I know one of them is doing it with his girlfriend. Two of them might be doing it with their girlfriends. I don't support their girlfriends either. Just so we're perfectly crystal clear. Even if they have sent me money, I don't support them. They have been detrimental to my existence. And no amount of money could ever make up for that. So, yes, I don't support James Charles, but I also don't support any of the channels that are speaking badly of him.
Yeah, how dare that Rocknar's LolCow Ranch talk about you, Mary?
Take that as you will.
Next video is called Clark, not Charles, or I think she meant Charles. She spelled it Charles. Can't even spell your titles right, Mary.
Correction to my last video, I
She's really drunk in this video, too.
said James Charles, who is like a makeup person, which obviously I would know nothing about. I meant James Clark. You all know what I meant, but I felt the need to elaborate, probably because I'm drunk. Make fun of that if you want. It's where my life is at this point.
No, we're not going to make fun of you for being drunk. In fact, we're going to make fun at James Clark for the fact that drunk Adrasdia had to correct herself with another video just to remind everyone what a fucking creep James Clark really is, and that she didn't want it to be associated with James Charles. I'm actually kind of proud of you for putting this video out. So,
Hi, James. This video is specifically for James Clark because people have been trying to force me and persuade me to disavow this man, to talk down about this man, to put down this man. And they think that I have done that, when what I have actually done is disavow anybody who is actually a pedophile, actually messaging children, actually attempting to be with children or see children underneath their clothing. As for Mr. Clark, I don't know what he has done.
I know what he has done. Here, actually, I want to take a brief little detour. It has been 3 minutes since James Robert Clark III's last cope, which is another rant on Tulsi Gabbard again. So, then 11 minutes before that, narcissists use this to measure people. Okay, so you're trying to call me out, but, I've got the upper hand on you. James, I've got the high ground. I got the high ground. Vegan protein, just as good for building muscles. Let's fuck with James a little bit here. Try adding protein with Fanta orange like Chris Chan does. Smile. Let's fuck with James. Okay, so brief little detour. We're going to go back to Adrasdia. Okay.
Because I have not looked into this situation, because I genuinely don't care. Because I do not know the man, and I currently am too wrapped up in my own pain to venture out and find out what this man is dealing with. I have nothing against you, personally.
She's being nice to you, James. She thinks you're a total, utter scumbag, James. She's being nice to you. She's being nicer to you than she's ever been nicer to anyone else in the world. Anyone in her whole family, anyone in the streaming community. She's being nicer to you right now in this video than anybody else. Think about that, James.
I don't support you nor disavow you. I have absolutely nothing against you. I have absolutely no idea what this situation is. Now, if it's just a situation where you're on Twitter and you have a whole lot of people that you follow and some happen to be children, that's kind of understandable. Like, here on YouTube, there's a lot of family channels that I watch. The Fluellen family, the Can family, I can't remember all the names, but there's quite a few. And the majority of their videos are of their very small children. Now, if somebody were to insinuate that I enjoyed these videos because I was sexually attracted to these small children, I would have a bit of a problem, because that's not at all why I enjoy the videos. Now, I don't know why James likes or follows the videos or the people that he does. Nobody knows the mind of another human being. That's the problem with a lot of these channels that are like attacking people. They are constantly assuming that they know the mind of another human being, and they don't. And that's not right in any form. So while I am not a supporter of James Clark, I also have nothing against him, because he has done nothing for me to be against him.
Oh, wait till you see the screenshots in this video that, he sent to Eliana on Facebook. You watch our channel. I know it, Mary. You watch our shit. So I know you're watching the shit about James. I call bullshit on this. You know exactly who we're talking about, and you know exactly that James is a creepy ass stalker. So I call total bullshit on you don't know who James is, and you think that he should be given a fair chance. Call bullshit on this, Mary. If you're watching our channel to watch for you on our channel, you're watching also for James, and I call bullshit.
I have no evidence of what people are claiming, and I am not a person who easily just believes what people say. People who are lying about me are always believed with absolutely no evidence because they're older or more mentally stable, and so they clearly know my own life better than I do. It's not reality. So, that's the last thing I have to say on the situation.
She's talking with her hands. You know how she's really, really drunk right now because she's doing this kind of like, how the In Living Color, the film critics, the snap, 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 but she's just really fucking drunk about it. So, I guess best way to describe it is she wants to be in Holly Golightly mode. Holly Golightly is the character that Audrey Hepburn played in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. She's anything but Audrey Hepburn.
I'm about to go to bed, so I'll be sober.
Audrey Hepburn was not addicted to opiates and did not did not contribute to the murder of a mentally ill woman in Breakfast at Tiffany's. You are not Holly Golightly here.
When I wake up, but I will feel the same way. You know what they say, a drunk mind speaks a sober tongue.
Nobody says that, Mary. A drunk mind speaks a stupid tongue.
Which means that if you were sober, these are the things that you say when you are drunk are the things that you would say if you were sober, if you had the nuts to do so. If that makes any sense. Good night. Peace and love and marijuana to all. I wish no bad will or hatred to anybody. I want for 2022 to be the year of peace.
Your brain's stuck in 2020, isn't it? I could tell. Next video is why after a year of lying about me would you expect? So.
Okay, so I have still no idea what's going on. I have not chosen a side in the argument because I'm not a part of the argument. I don't give a shit. Right? It's separate from me. What I want to understand, because I've received multiple emails attempting to warn me about this dangerous fellow.
You know what, Mary? You're the one who put your own email out there with the PayPal me /address to you. Okay, so of course, sane-minded people are going to tell you to stay far away from James Robert Clark III. Greetings, Michael Hatfield.
Why would you expect me to believe you about him when I have just lived through an entire year of you lying relentlessly about me? I lived the life that you guys have torn apart and pissed on for a year. I lived the life that you guys have denied and decided isn't real. I have the mental health issues that my family has convinced you all doesn't actually exist. I actually lived through my life. And then I watched you guys lie about me for months. Lie and lie and lie about things that I knew they were lies because it was my life. Who knows their life better than the person living it? And y'all are going to come and say, we don't lie, we've never lied. You can tell other people that you don't lie. But you're talking to the person whose life you're talking about. I know you're a liar.
We're not lying if we have 400 pages of documents that prove that you're the one lying. Okay, Mary?
I know you're a liar because you've been lying about me, so why would I believe anything that you tell me about anybody else, including yourself? Well, there's
Next video is I'm Not One of You. Make 2022 the year we uplift, inspire.
hard evidence and facts. You don't believe hard evidence? I don't believe who it's coming from, because the same people had hard evidence and clear facts that I was a murderer, that I have lied about my childhood abuse because they spoke to my abusive family, and they know the facts. They have the truth about my life. So I believe facts, but I am speculative about who I get those facts from, because I'm fully aware of how y'all will twist the truth to fit your narrative and demonize somebody. I've been demonized. I know what it feels like to have your entire life ripped apart, scrutinized, and you called a liar for things that you have not lied about.
For things that you've not lied about, Mary? Let's see. You lied when you said that Roberta Laws was pregnant at the time of her death, because we know that you're lying when the medical records prove that she was not pregnant. You've lied about your past drug use. You've lied about stealing from your parents and your family. You've lied about everything, Mary.
Just leave me alone, please.
Stop making videos and then we'll leave you alone because we won't have any content to review.
That's genuinely what I want. I do not care about your petty arguments with other people online.
Nope, nobody's arguing here in our chat. No one's arguing amongst anybody about you, okay? We are all united in what a truly horrible individual you are, Mary Barone.
I don't believe anything you say about anybody because I know that you have lied so much about me, and your lies about me have caused a lot of problems in my life. I don't support you. Period. I don't support none of y'all that are lying about people and hurting people to make yourselves feel better, feel like better people. Just stop. It is 2022 and people are still feeling like they have to just shit on other people to be real themselves. They have to be higher than everybody else, better than everybody else. They have to look for people who are sick and then beat them down so they can say, look how much stronger I am.
We're not beating you down because you're sick. We're beating you down because you're a liar, okay?
You were already stronger.
We're already stronger because we tell the truth, Mary.
I was sick. I still am. This isn't right. It's not right what you did to me, and it's not right what you're going to do to him, and it's not right what you're going to do to the...
Who's him, Mary? Who's him? Who's the him that you're talking about? It's not right what we're going to do to him. Are you referring to James Robert Clark? It's not right what we're doing to James. James is out here providing all the rope that we need to hang him with. Okay? James is digging his own grave and saving
other people after him. It's never going to be right, and I'm never going to support it. I'm not going to become one of you.
Yeah, Michael Hatfield has an excellent comment in the chat. She actually loves this attention because it feeds her victim complex. Exactly. Mary, calling you out again.
And I know this will cause a lot of people to start attacking me again. Because that's my life. Y'all already told me I was going to go through another year of torturous hell.
Oh, no, Mary. You're not going to go through another year of torturous hell from, the years previous than that, okay? If you don't go to a dermatologist and get those moles taken care of, you got some serious moles under your left eye right here that you need to get a dermatologist to biopsy. You've got moles along your chest that are really starting to stand out here. You need to get that stuff biopsied. You're out in the sun doing your recycling for so long, you're starting to develop skin cancer. California is one of those rare fucked up places in the earth where you don't have a whole lot of ozone protecting you from the sunlight. Anyone not wearing 2 million sunblock is going to have a bad fucking day. Get it, Mary?
On New Year's, you wanted me to know that, remember?
All right. So that's it for all of our videos for tonight. And I want to thank everyone for sticking around in the chat, even though I'm kind of going up against Mersh a little bit. Couldn't be helped on that. And you know what? Apologies to Andrew Ditch. We